everyone, my name is Sarah Lipkowitz. I'm a real estate agent based in Montgomery County, Maryland. I specialize in both residential and equestrian properties, and today I want to talk about selling your home when you have pets. Most buyers do have pets. However, it's still really important that you take some steps to ensure that the presence of pets in your home isn't affecting a buyer's view of your property, because even though they may really love animals, there are a few things that might come up as red flags or affect a buyer's experience at a showing, and it's really important to get ahead of that as best you can. Odors really affect a buyer's perception of your home. And even if they love animals, even if they have pets, even if you clean really well, odds are people are gonna walk into your home and pretty much immediately know that you have a pet. And that's okay. However, you do wanna make sure that, it doesn't smell super strong of kitty litter or of urine. And the reason for this is that, it puts the idea in the buyer's mind that the home may not have been cared for, or that there's damage that the pets have caused that they may not be able to see. So the best way to deal with this is to use an enzyme cleaner. Clean all your textiles, not just carpets, but couches, blankets, rugs. Make sure that you're really getting to the root of the odor and not just covering it up. A lot of buyers can tell that you've just lit a candle or sprayed a deodorizer with a really strong fragrance, and a lot of people don't like really strong fragrances. So the best way is to make sure that you're getting to the root of the issue with an enzyme cleaner. And if you have a lot of carpet in your home, know that carpet really holds on to odors, and you probably want to have your carpets professionally cleaned. Another really great tip to manage odors is change your air filters before you list your home. When you have pets, they hold on to a lot of odors, and really, truthfully, even if you don't have pets, which I don't know why you'd be watching this video, but here you are. Even if you don't have pets, it's another bit of maintenance that you should really be taking care of, and it's one less thing to come up on a home inspection. If your pets have caused damage to the home, again, it's really important that you make some repairs here, because it puts the idea in the buyer's mind that there may be other issues that aren't being dealt with in the home, other repairs that aren't being done, especially since, a scratched up door frame or curtains, they're easy enough to repair or replace or have somebody come in and take care of that for you. So again, it really can affect a buyer's perception of your home, so it's a super important piece to take care of. I don't necessarily subscribe to the belief that it has to look like you've never had a pet in the home. I think most buyers don't really care if there's a water dish out or a food bowl, as long as they're not going to trip over it. But it is really important that you pick up after your pets. And I mean this in the obvious way. If you have a dog, clean up the yard before a showing. It's really pretty unpleasant to step in dog poop, and buyers are going to want to see the outside space. And again, anything you can do to ensure that they have a really pleasant and smooth showing is ideal. So pick up after your pet in that regard, but also, if you've got toys and bones sitting out, I typically recommend that people get a little wicker basket and just toss all the toys in a basket before a showing, so people, again, aren't tripping over them, stepping on a chewed bone. Barefoot is never fun. It's almost akin to stepping on a Lego. So, things like that. Just making sure you're picking up after your pet. And I also recommend things like this for photos. You don't necessarily want toys scattered around in the photos. If you have, one of those tall scratching posts or castles for your cat, you may not want those out during showings and in the photos. But I don't necessarily think it has to be that people walk in and there's absolutely no evidence that you've ever had a pet. I think that's going a little overboard. A lot of sellers want to know what they should be doing with their pets when it comes time to show the house or have an open house. Honestly, the best case scenario is that you are removing the pets from the property. I find that, it's really stressful on the pets in a lot of instances to have strangers coming through, and it can be really stressful for the buyers too, to have a loose dog or a cat they're worried about letting out, or a dog that's crated but barking the whole time. Again, it kind of plays into that, making sure that the buyers have a good experience as well. I know that that's not always possible. The next best thing would be to make sure they are confined to an area in the house, and that the buyer's agents have a heads up of what kind of animals are in the property and what they should be doing in terms of working around them. So if that means, it's a friendly dog and you can be in the room no problem, or maybe you should, open the door, check out the room, and get out as quickly as possible because the dog is really anxious or unfriendly. If you've got a cat confined to that room that you don't want let out of the house. I also find that it's a really, really good idea if you have small animals like reptiles and birds and rodents of some sort. A lot of people do have phobias. It's really, really important that people have a heads up and they're not surprised by that. So if that means, putting a little sign on the door that says, my pet snake is in this room, his name is Rocky, he's really friendly, and he's confined to his tank. Things like that can really make sure that buyers aren't getting surprised and that they're having a good experience. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Sarah Lipkowitz. I'm a real estate agent based in Montgomery County, Maryland. I specialize in both residential and equestrian properties in Maryland and Virginia.